Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're gonna be hopping in the boat with Brian Brosdahl. He's gonna share a bunch of tips. He's gonna put a bunch of walleyes in the boat, and you're gonna get a bunch of good information that'll help you catch some more walleyes this season. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
Jigging a minnow, doesn't get any better than that. Pitch it out, find the right cadence, and catch him. It's got a good fight going here. Oh, there he is, look at that. This clear water made it tough, but it's fun. You get other things. You get to see the fish fight. And I'm gonna try swinging him in.
I probably should have netted for you.
No, I'm gonna lift him. I'm testing the strength of my leader.
That's a pretty good one.
Oh, look at it. Look at the belly on that. Now that is a perch-fed walleye, and so you got to match the hatch when you're throwing lures. Perch, shiners, and that's why I use watermelon. I have a blue and white, which is fantastic. Parrot is a great color. All the colors that are in their food. That one gets to go back. That's going to be a healthy spawner. We'll see you later. Love it. Now after I catch a fish like that, what do I want to do? I want to catch another one.
Now honestly, one of the biggest keys to having success with jigs is just making sure that you're using a bait that's the correct weight. So in this next segment, Bro is going to hit on the topic of weight.
Oh, there's a nice one. Oh, here he comes. Yeah. Ooh, testing the line. Here we go. So I went to a 1/8 ounce jig on this fish so I could get a good bounce to it, and we're fishing in 8 feet of water, so you want that jig to be able to loft and slowly fall. It gives the fish time to come over and investigate it, and the nice thing about going light is you don't grab stuff off the bottom, algae, weeds, and everything else. And tell you what, if they got time, they'll slam it. These fish have been gorging on minnows. They don't need to work too hard for food, so put a minnow on, tungsten lure, always go as light as possible. When they're super aggressive, size up, go to a 1/4, even a 3/8 in shallow for fast fall and fast action. All right, beautiful fish.
Now the 2 gold nuggets that you got to be looking out for in this next segment is, number 1, Bro is gonna share one of his go-to colors, and this color isn't necessarily a popular color per se. And then number 2, Bro is gonna show you which knot he uses on his jigs, and it's a knot that not a lot of people use. So those are the 2 things you gotta be looking out for in this segment right now.
Oh, there's just a nice eater. You can look at that moonlight. That's the color that none of the pros want to tell you about because it works good everywhere. That's a hot color. You could try parrot, you could try a lot of different things, watermelon, but that moonlight consistently is super hot. Catches a lot of fish, and tungsten is 30% heavier than lead, so it gets down there a little faster. Your jigging cadence is way better, catch more fish. So remember, tungsten is a perfect jig, and check out those eyes. Look at those eyes on that super sharp hook. But you notice, tie it with a loop knot, you get more action out of your jig. Really natural. But tungsten, so look at how flat that jig is. The Northland jig is flat, so it tumbles side to side. It really shows off your baits. Whether you're using plastics or minnows or crawler, that's gonna work good. But don't forget about moonlight. That's a great color.
Another huge topic this time of year is location. So this next segment, Bro's gonna share a bunch of good locational tips for finding walleyes in spring.
Well, now these spawned out females are coming up on the flats, and it's warm water, and so they're up here, they're feeding. Their opportunities are shiners that are up here. Everything's looking for warm water, and that's why they're here. So these big flats, they also have chara, which is a skeletal algae that forms on these flats, but they don't have any roots. So they'll pillow up sometimes, and you'll have this rolling hills of like chara, and walleyes like being in it. Plus, it's good for their spawning. Chara beds are actually good for the eggs. They have an antifungal agent in them that really helps keep the eggs viable. So these walleyes, Love Cara. Everything loves Cara. Big perch.
All right, let's wrap this video up with one last walleye hitting the net.
Love it. And you know, the thing is with the tungsten, you get a solid jigging motion, and it's slightly pill shaped so that it tumbles side to side. There you go. All right. Oh yeah. And these fish are coming up here to warm up, and they're sunning, looking for some shiners. And I'm gonna net this one. I don't want to swing them, you know, they're lethargically biting, so, but that tungsten jig has a really cool eye on it, and they've got all the match the hatch colors. This one's the Energizer walleye here. There we go. All right, good. Come here. This one is the Energizer walleye. Not a big one, I'll say that, but it's definitely an eater. It's one of those 16.5, almost 17s. But if you'll notice, if I open up the mouth here, their eyes are forward, and there's not a lot to hook in the mouth. That's all bone. There's a little bit down here, but you got that and that, and so that's why I like to use with shiners the long shank part, because you want to get it back farther. And this little bait keeper is fantastic for minnows, but it's also good with plastics. But check out that eye. It's got that wicked, like, amphibious thing going. And if you look at the profile, it's real thin. But that tungsten jig head is phenomenal. And everybody that's used it loves it. It's got a sticky sharp hook, and I don't know, make sure you pick them up. Spring, summer, fall, you could use it year round. That's a Northland Tungsten Jig. And don't forget Moonlight. That white and blue, there's reasons. Rusty crayfish have a little blue in them. Perch have blue in their jaws when they eat. The iodine from crayfish, when perch eat them, makes their mouths blue. So blue is a secret colors that the pros use. It's one of them. But now you know. So make sure to pick up blue, parrot, try all the different colors. You're gonna love them. So that's the Northland Tungsten Jig. Works great. I love jigging for walleyes. It's a blast.
All right, well, that's about all we got for you in this one. Special thanks to Bro for sharing a bunch of really good tips. And if you enjoyed this video and you learned something, make sure to hit that little red subscribe button down below, because we have a lot more awesome content coming in the future. And until then, we will see you in the next one.